Hello, all of my YouTube friends. It's been one of those up and down roller coaster rides through all 4 seasons of Snowpiercer. And in this video, we are talking about the series finale, season 4 finale episode of Snowpiercer. I don't know if you feel the same way. It's been really a nice journey overall. Like, every now and then, okay, there was a few hiccups for me personally, but I you can recognize that there was definitely a big effort in the series from the actors, from the writing team, from everybody. So I have to recognize that this is probably worth a 8 out of 10. Even though this last episode kind of left me a little bit underwhelmed, if I can say that. Throughout the season there was this build up, and I really thought that the last episode was going to be by far a blockbuster, and yet somehow after this episode I felt like the last one was still a little bit better. And I guess that's one of the problems with some of these series, some of these finales. They never live up to expectations. Now, having said that, it was still a very good episode. I don't know if you were like me and just surprised at the first scene that we get in this episode where Ruth just impales somebody. And you can see the expression on her face, no remorse, no ifs and or buts. She is going through with it, moving on to the next. So from start to finish, it's a battle that we've seen many times over and over again, from the rear of the train all the way to the front. Alexandra and Melanie have to both coordinate to get things done because their main mission is going to be to disable the rocket. And there's like this little funny sequence that's out of place where Melanie's just learning that Wolford is dead. And she wants to talk about her feelings. There's like 2 minutes to the rocket launch. Let's take this discussion, have this discussion another time. It's like kind of funny seeing Alexandra being the adult here and having to reason with Melanie. So there's a lot of fight sequence throughout the show. A lot of characters will have their duel with their arch nemesis. So that brings a lot of closure to a lot of main characters. I was happy to see Javi again, doing what he does best. Like I said in previous reviews, I'm so happy he is still around and did not die in that bomb explosion. And he manages to disrupt the Wi Fi signal from the missile launcher to the missile. So, overall, a lot of good scenes. But the one that kind of left me down and why I can't give it a 10 out of 10, when Melanie and Alexandra are trying to disable the rocket, Nima makes an entrance. And strangely enough, he's pointing a gun at Melanie, which just on an emotional level would not make any sense, but we see that this guy is kind of unhinged. So, forcing Melanie and Alexandra to put the missile back together, and Melanie and Nima get into this discussion. And at the end of this discussion, Nima realizes that now things might not work again. He has not want to listen to any reasoning up until then. Why all of a sudden a change of heart? Unfortunately, once the missile is in launch mode, it cannot be canceled. And then he says to Melanie and Alexandra to run away from that car because, the missile's going to launch. And yet he decides to stay there. And as the doors open to raise the missile, he just looks up and freezes. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that he would do that. I mean, man, I don't know how you felt about it. Were you happy that finally he's dead and frozen over and gets what he deserves? On the other hand, I would have thought that somehow he would have to witness either the success or the failure of that rocket launch. Luckily, Alexandra managed to remove the bolts from the hinge of the rocket hatch. Therefore, when the missile does launch and everybody's like, okay, we're too late, we're all doomed, in mid flight, the hatch opens and freezes the rocket over. And the missile lands in a huge kaboom. Everybody is safe. Everybody heads back to New Eden. And I'll just get sidetracked here for a second because apparently Snowpiercer had some tank tracks modifications done to it that allowed it to travel on the ice. So that, even though it was cool to see, felt like a James Bond moment, just kind of didn't really feel like it was appropriate for this show. I mean, this came out of nowhere. A nice little twist, but still a little bit baffled about why they needed to do that. But I still enjoyed that sequence, so okay, let's leave it in. Now, once everybody gets back to New Eden, everybody's reunited. Pretty much everybody survived without any losses. And it was just a heartwarming moment seeing everybody reunited, everybody celebrating. Strangely enough, this is where I expected Alexandra and Melanie to get back to the conversation of Wilfred dying. Instead, they go into the discussion that New Eden was basically in a bubble. So they talked about how long do they have? And the reality is nobody knows. Could be a day, could be 50 years. Everybody, we just have to take it one day at a time. So I did like this episode. I just felt that the momentum here and there kind of felt flat. Just because I don't think that Nima got what he deserved. But overall, I really enjoyed this series. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's a good sci-fi show. And throughout the past 4 or 5 years, I was always looking forward to the next episode, the next season. And when you manage to do that in this day, with all the crap that we have in other shows, it's a solid 7 out of 10, if not an 8 out of 10. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Let me know what shows you are looking for next now that this is over and it's kind of sad. Like, I don't know what I'm going to watch. But in any case, thank you for watching. Please leave a like on the video. It would really help out my little channel. And I hope to see you all in the next video. But that is just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments down below. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't like it, thank you so much for listening this long. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Until then, check these out.